Right. We've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend. What about us taking an adventure east?
Like Queens?
Singapore, Colin's wedding. Don't you want to be my family?
I hardly know anything about them. Every time I bring them up, Nick changes the subject. Maybe his parents are poor and he has to send them money.
We'll take a bags and get you checked into first class.
Nick, we can't afford this. So your family is rich?
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to stop you. I was born for this, born for this.
Ever since I can remember, my family has been my whole life. Rachel! Rachel!
If Nick chose me, he would lose his family. And if he chose his family, he might spend the rest of his life resenting you.
You nasty. You kind of nasty. You got nastier.
Glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again.
So, firstly, congratulations
Thank
on an
you.
incredible, relevant, stunning film. I'm sure you're really
so
proud
much.
of it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it's #1 right now in America.
Yeah, I
Yes.
believe it is.
It
Yes.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I hope it
Yeah.
has the same success here.
Same.
It does,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, but I really
Fingers
think
crossed.
it will.
Yeah.
Why do you think the film has been so successful?
It's the first Asian basically it's the first all Asian film, Asian American film by a major Hollywood studio in 25 years since the Joy Luck Club. So there's a cultural milestone aspect of the film, but what we found stateside is that it's really crossed over and it's resonating with anyone who's entered a relationship and trying to assimilate into another family and the obstacles therein. It's the to literally see a crossover effect between the first 2 weeks of release, where in the first week there was obviously a high percentage of Asians, probably most in a long time for any film, but then that percentage, there were more Caucasians that had seen it the second week, and so to see like numerically, literally and figuratively, a crossover, I don't think I've ever seen that in anything I've been involved in.
And I think it pulls at certain things that it revitalized certain things. I think the rom-com in general, like
Yeah.
the kind of the quintessential rom-com, the big rom-com, like we haven't seen one quite like this in a while, and I think that there are universal aspects to why those are enjoyable and why people love them and why they make people feel a certain way. And then on top of that, there is this very significant cultural impact where it kind of broadcasts fresh faces that people are not used to seeing, representation. And I think that there was skepticism about whether or not that would work or not. We were projected to not, there were people that were rating, well, they can't make that much money. And,
Right.
and so, we proved those people wrong. But I think in a larger way, people want to see movies like this. They welcome them.
Exactly. It has been like compared to Black Panther in the same way that they were like, oh, it won't do well. It's like an all black cast, and it's like a similar way. It's just been amazing.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, this was a risky movie. I mean, and anything that you haven't seen in 25 years is going to be considered risky. So, I mean, it's amazing. The response has been amazing because it proved people wrong, and that's always great.
I knew it would do well anyway. I knew it.
we gotta bring you to help us cheer us on.
Yeah.
Like, you think I'm gonna do well today? Or?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, girl.
Yeah.
Thank
What are
you.
you doing for the sequel? All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna hire you for the sequel.
Yeah.
Just our morale booster.
That's why I'm here. So, right, you two are like the comedy duo of the film. You're my favourites. I'm not just saying that because I love to laugh. Right, in the film, is it like scripted or improv? Like, how do you guys get that chemistry?
A lot of improv.
Was it?
Yeah. John Chu, the director, really, I think they casted not only me and Nora, but also the whole family perfectly in terms of kind of almost like scene-stealing potential, and to draw a contrast between the Go family, and the Young family. I think that's, for element of story, you want to see that contrast. But John, as a director, for him to trust, especially me and Nora, to kind of do our thing was amazing. And not all directors will do that, and not all directors will keep a lot of that improvisation.
We'll use it.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. It's very rare, and I can only think of a handful of movies I've been in where we would do this kind of heightened improv. And because even while I'm filming it, I was, while filming it now, I was like, oh, don't get married to it. I've always learned by trial and error as an actor. I just want to do my thing. I do it for me, to be honest, and then at least because I love performing, and I'm I've always found peace if it doesn't make it in, but for literally everything to be made in,
things,
crazy.
I have this one line I get for a PG-13 movie, I get the only F word
Yes.
in the whole movie, and if you watch
drop the F-bomb.
Yes, I have that one, and so if you watch the full take of it, I apologize right after. I'm just like, I'm so sorry, let's take it again. And it was used in the movie, which was crazy.
It gives me goosebumps because there's so much organic magic in this movie behind the scenes of filmmaking, and what I love about the amazing editing and the amazing direction of it. It's almost like John Chu is listening to the film as he's going along.
Right.
It's not a paint by numbers kind of assemblage of film, which a lot of times in TV and film is often that way, especially in a studio. But John really took time to almost like feel the texture, and you could see the amount of passion that's put in the final edit.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, okay. I'm done now. It was so quick, I know.
Thank you so much.
There's so
They're kicking me out.
Yeah.
He's like,
well, you'll be in the
out.
sequel. We'll be like, we'll do that thing.
Firstly, congratulations.
Thank
The
you.
film is so gorgeous. I loved it. Amazing acting from you both.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you.
It's all right. One scene that stood out to me was the wedding, for like numerous reasons. Just like more the subtle moments, like between you and Rachel, and then with you as well and your grandmother. What has been like the standout scene for you guys? Like, what was your favourite scene to film?
So many films, so many scenes were fun to film. That's the wedding scene with Amar, with that amazing actress Lisa Liu, who was in the last film 25 years ago to feature an Asian cast, the Joy Luck Club. I loved working with her. She's got this incredible energy and warmth, and such intelligence in her performance. So I loved working with her.
For me, there was one particular scene with Michelle when we were in my sort of childhood room, and it was just a moment out of the madness of the party, and you see the love that Eleanor has for her son and why she's such a dragon mom. And I mean, she's a hero. She's like so legendary that I was
so
just
down to
enamored
earth,
by her.
isn't
Yeah,
she?
she's such a queen.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh, fabulous. Okay, we're going to do something really fun. It's Would You Rather.
Okay, all right.
Nothing weird, don't
Let's
worry.
go.
Okay, so would you rather be completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
Ooh.
Fly.
Fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
You'd be bored because you wouldn't be able to.
No one
no
see
one
you,
would
so
be
it's
able to
like-
see your superpower.
And also, you might see things you don't want to see, or
Yeah.
hear things you don't want to
Or
hear.
hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might
That's
be
true.
not so good. Whereas flying,
Yeah, flying's
Wonderful.
cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I like that one. So, would you rather have to say anything you think out loud? No, it's a tricky one. Or never be able to speak again?
Oh my goodness.
Never
Anything
be
you
able
think.
to. Opposites,
Yeah,
obviously.
opposites. I think, being able to, not being able to would be awful. I mean,
So you
you
just
just have to just say it, just be
really?
bold, and people would just have to deal with it.
That's
I know.
true. Okay,
Yeah.
and now, okay, I see this. I was like, it's nice not to have to be able to make conversation
true.
as much, but.
No, stick with your ones, your opposites.
Can we
That's
swap
right.
on the weekends? Like maybe have the
No,
silent.
not allowed.
Ah.
Not allowed to have to do that. Okay. Would you rather be able to speak all the languages in the world or be able to play all the instruments in the world?
All the instruments in the world.
all the languages,
Opposite.
Oh, they both actually would be so brilliant.
right?
So you're a music.
So you've chosen yours
buff,
already. I'm
Yeah, you've
afraid.
chosen.
Sorry.
Sticking with it,
You
yeah.
can like
Yeah,
speak
stick
the
with it.
language of music, but I mean that would be the best thing ever.
Yeah, I think mine's languages as well. Although I do like instruments. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so would you rather never have access to the internet or have Donald Trump always within a metre of you? They're both completely random.
Never have access
To the internet.
to the internet.
You choose that
It's
one.
a tough one. I think I'm going to have to go.
Oh,
as
well.
much as I love
we were okay
YouTube.
before the internet arrived. We could do it.
I'm in
Yeah.
your sentiments.
Yeah, that is so true. Okay, and last one. Would you rather face your fears or forget that you have them?
Face my fears.
Face my fears.
Yeah, so you're both
Yeah.
courageous kind of.
Absolutely.
People.
Well, wasn't that saying that you,
We've got no choice,
I would
really.
rather regret something that I did than something I didn't.
That's true.
It's such a good. I really believe that. So I would rather sort of like face my fears. And if,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Words of wisdom.
There we go, dude.
No, do you know what? It's nice to kind of finish on that note.
Okay.
Yeah, of like wisdom, words of wisdom.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.